Friday, August the 23rd. 23, that's my number. Coming at you live. Not really live, but I immediately put the barbell down from this workout. I wanted to talk about it. So here are my unfiltered, unrehearsed, unwritten notes about today's programming. Number one, we got power snatches today in the strength. Some people are always going to go like, oh, thank goodness it's power snatches. I don't like receiving a barbell on a squat snatch, but also I have a heavier power snatch than I do squat snatch. And power snatches are a really good way to build up your capacity. They're obviously not going to help you to receive the barbell in the squat position, but ultimately where we want everyone to land, one day, is that your bigger number between your squat snatch and your power snatch is the squat, because there's no way you could ever power snatch the weight that you have the athletic ability to get down under. But we train power snatches, every weightlifter trains power snatch as a precursor or a strength builder for what will ultimately become hopefully a really nice squat snatch total for you. We will get to that as our PR, our 1 rep max next week. And you will have plenty of time today to be working at the bottom of a snatch position, because we got overhead squats in the workout today. So today's strength is a very good precursor for the WOD that comes after it. Not the first time that our Fridays have looked like this cycle. And in particular, one of the reasons why today's strength is a good precursor is because we have those hang power snatches in the workout. The workout is 12 minutes. It's an AMRAP, and it is 3 movements. It's a triplet. Movement 1, lateral bar over hops. 9 is 1 per side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning it's very quick. It's not each side equals 1. It is very quick. And then you have 7 hang power snatches and 5 overhead squats. And reason would dictate that we will all be limited by what we can overhead squat today. Most likely that's going to be the case for people. So what do we do about that? Number 1, the programming is meant to have a light barbell. Think of, hey, I could do that hang power snatch into 5 overhead squats unbroken for at least 2 rounds today. They don't even have to be consecutive rounds. It just should be a loading where that's possible for you. Now, anytime you see the hang, particularly in a WOD, a Metcon, a conditioner, then it is 99% of the time the expectation that you're able to do many at a time to cycle. And we've had to cycle power snatches this cycle, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, to be exact. We went over the best way to cycle that, at least in my classes we did. The hang is not much different, but that is something we will have to go over in class just to reinforce it. But rest assured, we are hoping that your loading today is one where you could go unbroken for 7. And not only that, but your 7th hang power snatch puts you in position to go right into 5 unbroken overhead squats. So what we have in mind for that is no heavier than 95-65, but where Laura and I debated that number and thought it could be 75-55, just like what we did on Monday. It could even be lighter. As a result, what I did was 85 pounds. I do expect, and I always talk about how I modify on snatch day because I think we have some much better snatchers than myself out there. I was able to always do the complex, as it were, unbroken, and I really hope that you guys feel the same way. Now, I was able to do it unbroken. I really wanted minute rounds today. I really wanted to get 12 as my total, and I fell just those 5 overhead squats short. I was 11 plus 16. That was my score. How did I do that? Well, I think that these rounds, if you choose the right weight, including the bar over hops, should take about a minute. I think that's possible. And for me, because I was getting right on the bar, it was taking me less than a minute. So I was treating it almost like an EMOM. You really just need to, this is the first day this week, really. We've had all kinds of different workouts, particularly with regard to the stimulus and how they felt. And today's the first one that's really like a grinder, right? Today's like definitely grinded out type of workout. Monday was very fast paced, very much more like a competition workout. You would never see bar over lateral hops in a competition. And it's just kind of something that we do to make sure that your heart rate stays elevated and puts you into that predicament. And you need to look at it like that. First off, I want to say, because it's only the 9 lateral hops, I'd love to see people really trying to do the 2-foot takeoffs on those today instead of a 1-foot takeoffs. Like get into a rhythm with that. I'd love to see those be unbroken to whatever extent that can be unbroken. And I also like the idea of thinking of that movement as like your rest. The real hard work goes into the barbell stuff. You just you put the barbell down, you shake it out, you rest a little bit, you do your hops, you do them quickly but also paced, if that makes sense. And then you get ready to do the barbell stuff. So you're always just kind of like gearing back up for the barbell stuff and really hoping that it goes unbroken. I could see people doing this workout with an empty barbell and still getting the stimulus. I could see people using the same weights that they used on Monday, on Monday's WOD of this week. Just again, something that can be cycled and moved pretty quickly. That's the hope. All right, guys, again, my score was 11 plus 16. I think that'll be pretty competitive, but I also think a lot of people are going to use, women included, loadings that are proportionally, relatively heavier for them than what I used in its relation to what I'm capable of. I would say my weight here is about almost exactly 1/2 or 50% of my 1 rep max squat snatch. So maybe we'll use that as our guide. Enjoy.